with an expert from the Brine version. The sense is set in a school. Frank is young and Crocker Harris middle-aged. Both are masters. Taplow is a boy of 16 who has came in to do extra work for Crocker Harris, but the latter has not yet arrived and Frank finds Taplow waiting.
Do I know you?
No, sir.
What's your name?
Taplow.
Taplow? No, I don't. You are not a scientist, I gather.
No, sir. I am still in the lower fifth. I can't specialize until next term. That's to say, if I have got my remove, all right.
Don't you know if you have got your remove?
No, sir. Mr. Crocker Harris doesn't tell us the results like the other masters.
Why not?
Well, you know what he's like, sir.
I believe there is a rule that form results should be only announced by the headmaster on the last day of term.
Yes, but who else pays attention to it except Mr. Crocker Harris?
I don't, I admit, but there is no criteria, so you have got to wait until tomorrow to know your fate. Have you?
Yes, sir.
Supposing the answer is favorable, what then?
Oh, science, sir. Of course.
Yes, we got all the slackers.
I'm extremely interested in science, sir.
Are you? I am not. Not at least in science I have to teach.
Well, anyway, sir, it's a good deal more exciting than this muck.
What is this muck?
Aeschylus, sir, the Agamemnon.
And you considered view in is that an Agamemnon is muck?
Well, no, sir, I don't think the play is muck. Exactly, I suppose in a way it's rather a good plot. Really, a wife murdering her husband and all that. I only meant the way it's taught to us. Just a little of Greek words strung together and 50 lines if we get them wrong.
You sound like a little bitter, Taplow.
I'm rather, sir.
Keep in, ye.
No, sir, extra work.
Bad luck. Still there is one comfort. You are pretty well certain to get your remove tomorrow from being a good boy and taking extra work.
Well, I'm not sure, sir. That would be true of the ordinary masters, alright. They just wouldn't dare not to give a cap a remove after his taking extra work. But those sort of rule doesn't apply to the Mr. Crocker Harris. I asked him yesterday outright if he did given me a remove, and do you know what he said, sir?
No, what?
My dear Taplow, I have given you exactly what you deserve, no less and certainly no more. Do you know, sir, I think he may have marked me down rather than up for taking extra work. I mean, the man's hardly human. Sorry, sir, have I gone too far?
Evidently, Taplow.
Yes, sir.
What was that Crocker Harris said to you? Just repeat it, would you?
My dear Taplow, I have given you exactly what you deserve, no less and certainly no more.
Not in the least like him. Read your nice Aeschylus and be quiet.
Aeschylus.
Look, what time did Crocker Harris tell to you be here?
6:30, sir.
Well, it's 10 minutes late. Why don't you cut? You could still play golf before lockup.
Oh no, I couldn't cut the Mr. Crocker Harris. I shouldn't think it's even been done in the whole time he's been here. God knows what would happen if I did. He'd probably follow me home or something.
I must admit, I envy him the effect he seems to have on you boys in the farm. You all seem scared to death of him. What does he do? Beat you all or something?
Good lord, no, he is not a sadist like one or two of the others.
I beg your pardon?
A sadist, sir, is someone who gets pleasure out of giving pain.
Indeed, but I think you went on to state that some other masters.
Well, of course, they are, sir. I wouldn't mention names, but you know them as well as I do. Of course, I know most masters think we boys don't understand a thing, but sir, you are different. You are young, well, comparatively. Anyway, you are science. You must know what sadism is.
Good lord, what are our schools coming to?
Anyway, the croc isn't a sadist. That's what I'm saying. He wouldn't be so frightening if he were, because at least it would show he had some feelings. But he hasn't. He's all stirred up inside like a nut and he seems to hate people to like him. It's funny that I don't know any other master who doesn't like being liked.
And I don't know any boy who doesn't use that for his own purpose.
Well, it's natural, sir, but not with the croc.
Mr. Crocker Harris.
Mr. Crocker Harris, the funny thing is that in spite of everything, I do rather like him. I can't help it, and sometimes I think he seems it, and that seems to shrivel him up even more.
I'm sure you are exaggerating. Yes.
No, sir, I'm not. In form, the other day he made one of his classical jokes. Of course, nobody laughed because nobody understood it, myself included. Still, I knew he didn't mean it as funny, so I laughed out of ordinary common politeness and feeling a little bit sorry for him for having made a poor joke. Now I can't remember what the joke was, but suppose I make it. Now you laugh, sir. Taplow, you laughed at my little joke, I noticed. I must confess that I am pleased at the advance you Latin has made since you so readily have understood what the rest of the form did not. Perhaps now you would be good enough to explain it to them so that they too can share your pleasure.
The door upright is pushed open and Millie Crocker Harris enters. She is a thin woman in her late 30s, rather more smartly dressed than the general run of school masters' wives. She is wearing a cap and carries a shopping basket. She closes the door and then stands by the screen watching Taplow and Frank. It is a few seconds before they notice her.
Come along, Taplow. Do not be as selfish as to keep a joke to yourself. Tell the others. Oh Lord. Oh, hello.
Hello.
Do you think she hurt?
I think she did. She was standing there quite a time.
If she did and she tells him, there goes my remove.
Nonsense.
Waiting for my husband.
Yes.
His 80 versus and might be there quite a time. If I were you, I'd go.
He said, most particularly, I was to come.
Well, why don't you run away for quarter of an hour and come back?
Supposing he gets here before me?
I will take the blame. I tell you what you can do job for him. Take this prescription to the chemist and get it made up.
All right, Mrs. Crocker Harris.
The conclusion of this play play is that the teacher should not be too frank so the student don't make fun of any another teacher, even in front of him. This makes a wrong impression and gesture of that teacher on the staff members and other pupils, and it is strictly against the school's regimented discipline. Thank you and have a nice day.
I like the play very much and like the fact that how it gives a moral, like they represented the relation between a student and a teacher. And also I like the universal aspect of the characters portrayed is that they all represent the different modes of learning and education that changes over time as the old gives way to the new. The conclusion is the Browning version is a case study in a lifetime of emotional repression. Crocker Harris has clearly taken the view in life that it is better to repress his emotion than to let them get better of him. But the quiet sorrow that surrounds him suggests that this has been a grave error. But at last I want to say that this play is really good and it has some many moral values.